Still busy, still busy just practicing Cliffs of Dover by Eric Johnson. So still just the mechanics of certain licks that are just so tricky because it's in groups of 5. Like if I go. Oh man. Stretch. I have no idea, but it's super frustrating, but it sounds super cool because it's like if you do everything in even numbers, then it sort of gets a bit too predictable. Like if it's like then it's a bit predictable, so like shifts your emphasis on a different spot, which really makes it sound a lot more interesting. But I don't know how he came up with it, but it's such a signature now for his sort of style of playing. Just it's like everywhere in his cadenza, in the entire solo as well. Crazy. My style of playing. Yo, it's a very rough question. Like, um, hmm, that is a damn difficult question. Like, hmm. Actually, gonna have to think about that for a while. Like, I there's certain things I like doing, that sort of goes against what other people might do, and there's certain things that I really don't like doing that other people tend to love. Like, one thing that the players before me sort of did quite a lot is the like another like that all sort of bluesy thing, and I sort of avoid that as far as possible. It's very fun, like for little bursts and stuff, but I mean, you don't exactly want an 8-minute solo of just like cool. It's boring after a while. But I think what my style is not is fusion. I would love to be able to play like the fusion guys, you know, all the modal harmony stuff that you go. Like just the whole time jumping through keys and stuff. Like it's cool, but it gets boring after a while. Like it's really impressive technically, but I mean, yeah, it's not as interesting. But some things that I really do like doing is adding these bursts of palm muting in between stuff and just adding some tremolo stuff. So like that sort of stuff. Some nice aggressive vibrato, I guess. It's a very, very difficult question because it's like it gets updated the more I practice and the more I learn and the more songs I'm exposed to. So I think it's like my style and my voice on the guitar changes regularly. Sometimes I like doing certain things. Sometimes I'm just like, it's not that great. But I have certain tendencies when it comes to playing, I guess. A lot of it will be with emphasizing certain strong beats. Like if I go just like I'll dig in for certain things a bit more. I like raking quite a bit, like I won't just play the note. I'll go like sort of rake into it. So there's like I like pinch harmonics as well. So, but sparingly, like not too much. Also really like the harmonic minor scale, just the I really enjoy that. Some neoclassical ideas are really interesting for me as well. So like if you have the like, you know, some neoclassical stuff. Yeah, it's it just keeps updating. Yeah, trying to figure mine out, but I think mine will gravitate towards neo soul. Yeah, like the thing is, we all have a sort of style that we try to emulate, and the more you emulate it, the more your own voice sort of gets developed. So if you're going to be doing Tom Misch, then you're gonna start learning a bit more of the. Or doing some more sort of the bouncy, jazzy sort of neo soul type stuff. Then yeah, like the thing is that it constantly gets developed. It gets updated the whole time. It's very seldom you really find yourself stuck in one way of playing, because you don't really want that. You do have a general sort of style of playing. Like I think my style is more connected to the way I use certain techniques. Like I really like combining a lot of strict alternate picking with certain instances of economy picking and hammer-ons. So like one thing I really like doing is you have your 3 note per string scale. So you have that thing. Now to make it easier, people will do just pick, hammer on, and then pick, hammer on. It's easy to do that, but like it sort of breaks it a little bit. It makes it too dun 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 dun. So what I found myself doing a lot is I'll pick, hammer on, pick. So it sounds a little bit cooler, and it's a bit easier to do than just the like strict alternate picking. Because now with this, I don't have to worry about pick slanting for my string changes. I can just go. So yeah, like that sort of stuff really does. It's a lot of technical tendencies that I like to use. Yeah. Hybrid picking is really not my thing. Hybrid picking is a very modern sort of style of progressive guitar, but like I really don't use it as much. Yeah, like it's cool to be able to do, but I don't really find myself using it in many instances. How long did it take you to practice that? To practice what the pick hammer, or pick which one? pick hammer, or pick hammer, or pick or all three. Pick hammer. That's not that bad. Like it can sort of come a bit more naturally, like because now you are sort of used to, I guess, going that sort of thing. But now the pick hammer, it's not as difficult as it might seem. The only thing is you need to pay attention to your right hand. It needs to know your upstrokes have to escape the strings. They can't just be trapped like there. You can't be stuck. It's a pick slanting thing, but like but to practice that, I'll do it on one string. I'll forget the string change. So let's pick hammer. Like it's sort of like, I guess people are now calling it selective picking, but the way I use it is not the way people use selective picking. Like selective picking is a lot more like percussive, like you go. It like involves hammer on without a initiation of a pick. So they'll just go like, and then they'll start picking. It's a lot of the modern guitar styles. Like a lot of people use selective picking. There's, I think Charlie Robbins uses it a lot. Tosin Abasi uses it a lot. It's a very modern sort of modern progressive type of technique, but like yeah, I don't really delve too much into the fusion or the gent or any of that. I'm a bit more yeah, a little bit different. But obviously it helps to be able to do all of the techniques. You don't want to just be reliant on or like it helps to be able to do all of them, but obviously the strict alternate picking is much more difficult than any of the others, because you're gonna have to make sure you don't hit any of the strings, and what that involves is forearm rotation for each of the string changes. So I'll go like this, and I'll do my next stroke, and I'll twist my forearm like this, down, up, twist again, twist again, twist. So there's a lot of like these sort of things. So now you sort of have to know you're on the last stroke before your string change, and then maybe in the next note you can sort of do the, instead of just picking it, you can pick it with a twist, and then you're in a different sort of pick slanting state. So it can get very, very, and it's funny because this thing you'll only use for like maybe half a second in an entire song. So it's really it's I think it's purely just a perfectionist sort of thing. Like, I mean, you can't really, a normal person won't really tell the difference between to and. Like it's too fast for like a normal person really to pick up the difference. But yeah, other guitarists will be like, I see you. Yeah, you're using the crutches of legato. Oh, so yeah, but again, yeah, finding your voice on the guitar, it's like it keeps on developing. It just keeps getting updated. The way certain players that I've watched many years ago, the way they played then versus now is also quite different. But you do have like an overarching sort of genre style that you dive into. For me, I'm more inclined to look at like melodic metal sort of things with some Middle Eastern influence. I really, really love the Middle Eastern sound, and if you look at some of the cultural aspects of it as well, just it gets really, really interesting when you just analyze some of the harmony that they get into. And yeah, so I think melodic metal with like a Middle Eastern sort of touch, and then some neoclassical flavors as well. So I think that's probably the best way I can describe my voice at the moment. Sometimes it'll become the classical bit will dominate. Other times the Middle Eastern sound will dominate. Other times it'll be a bit more just straightforward, but it's very situational. But the techniques and stuff that I use really do determine how I sound. Like it's very much yeah, it's very much a specific type of way that I play. Like if I go yeah, just band example of melodic metal in Middle East. So you can look at Mirath. It's Myrath, Mirath. They're from Tunisia, and they're just so incredible. It's like it's just really really cool. Like, oh my word, I love that. There's a bunch of them, but then you sort of get into the more heavier stuff because the harmonic minor is like the essence of that sound. Well, technically the Phrygian dominant, but the harmonic minor is just a mode of the Phrygian dominant, so irrelevant, just nerdy stuff. But so a lot of metal will use the harmonic minor just because it has that diminished sound with resolution. Because the diminished has, like, you don't really find a home when you keep playing the diminished. You want to resolve it too. There we go. You're like, I'm at peace now. So Mirath is one. The really really heavy stuff is like Nile, like the Nile River, but Nile. Trying to check some of the other stuff. There's very little, but yeah, it's the melodic metal sort of Middle Eastern stuff. There's not really that much as far as I can see. There's, I think, Riverside as well. But if I sort of go into that style of music, what I'll listen to is traditional Arabic music. One of my favorite pieces is I think it's 800 years old, and it's I think it's a 10/4 time signature, and it's called Lama Bada Yata Thana, and it's like just this really really beautiful sort of harmonic piece with such a distinct rhythm, and it's just so much fun just exploring that thing and just playing it. But yeah, I struggle to play it, even though it's not that fast. It's just harmonically, it's so difficult to really grasp, and yeah, it's just really really fun. So cool. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. So you break it up into little bits. Like it's like 1, 2. So cool. Example of what you can play directly after that melodic part, just play it like the gallop or something heavy. That's exactly like my sort of style. So like if I go that sort of thing. But what's interesting is a lot of those rhythms and stuff. It's just like it's insane. You'll see that the traditional Arabic instrument, the oud, sort of the father of the lute, which is the father of the guitar, is like they do a lot of these sort of things. So yeah, you're very welcome, Caitlin. Yeah, now the sermon's about to start as well. Yeah, you're right. Oh man, yeah. No, but I'm very glad. Yeah, that's really fun just practicing some of the stuff. So cool. But yeah, now I'm also gonna chill for a bit now. I guess now moeg geoefen. Also practiced this morning at church. So yeah, I just wanted to get a little bit more in before the end of the day. But yeah, cheers. Thank you for joining.